Hi everyone, in this video I'd like to show you how to create interactive activities on this new website I discovered called wordwall.net. Let's start. Okay, so here I am on the wordwall.net website and I already created an account using my school email, and now I will show you how you can create activities on Wordwall. So I'm going to click on create activity and then choose from one of the many templates that Wordwall has. Uh, in my experience, I find it easier to set up a new set using this matchup option, and then I can always use all the other gaming options available here on Wordwall after I create my initial set. So I will now go ahead and click on matchup, and then I will give my activity a title. Today for this video, I'll be using synonyms as an example. So my first keyword is happy, and a synonym for happy would be glad. And then I will also like to insert a picture for my students. So it has an embedded image search engine, and I don't even have to type the word I am looking for. So everything just pops up. Here I'm going to choose this emoji, and then click on the tab button on my keyboard to add another item. And next I'll do big and huge. Again, I will pick an image. Let's see, if we do this, I think we will have more options. So I'll use this one. And now moving on to the next item on my list, which is jump. A synonym for that would be hop. And let's see if I can find anything with hop. Let's see. I like this one. And the next one I want to put in is sad and unhappy. So let's see what image I can find for that. Okay, this looks pretty sad, so I'll choose this. And then finally, last thing I want to add is silly and funny. So I'll go ahead and click on that image search and pick this image. And now for this video, I'm done creating my initial set on Wordwall. Even though I have chosen to go with synonyms like word and definition, you can always change this and to adapt it to your content area. For example, you can put a question in the keywords column and then the answer in the definition column. For example, if you are an English teacher and if you read a text, you can ask a comprehension question in that keyword column. For example, you can say, what happened, or we can say, where is the story set? And then the answer can be England, let's say Cambridge, England, right? So what I'm trying to illustrate here is when you're creating sets on wordwall.net, you don't have to be, you're not limited with only individual words. You can create like questions and answers. So instead of just giving your students a handout full of questions and answers, you can just turn this activity into an interactive one to boost engagement. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this, or you know what, let me keep it so I can show you how it looks. And now that I'm done, I can click on this done button to create my activity. And now here I will have a couple of options to choose from. And this is one of the reasons why I really like Wordwall, because it makes my job as a teacher way easier. There are a lot of different templates that I can choose from. Remember, even though I created my initial set as a matchup template, using the matchup template, I can always switch it up. So I can go ahead and turn it into a maze chase game, or a crossword puzzle, or a matching pairs game. I can, if I want to do it with the whole class as a teacher, I can use the random wheel or open the box options. I can even give them a word search. So right now, because I'm using the free version of this wordwall.net website, I am limited with only these options, but I think these are enough. And if you after using it for a little while, if you decide that this is something you want to invest in, then you can always go ahead and upgrade your subscription. I think it's about $6 a month. So now let me show you the matchup that I created, and then I will also walk you through some of the other tablet options. Um, Now I'm gonna go ahead and hit start so that I can show you what this interactive game looks like, and then I will show you how you can share this with your students. Okay, so now here, let me make it full screen. Now here I've got my options, and I will just drag and drop them to the correct place. So jump is a synonym for hop, and then sad is a synonym for unhappy. Happy is for glad. Big is huge. Oh, didn't work. Let me use my mouse. And then silly, it goes with funny. And then this is the question I put in. So this is how it looks like if you want to use longer questions. So where is the story set? Cambridge, England. And then as soon as I'm done, I'm going to hit submit. This is very important. Please remember to mention this to your students. After they are done, they need to make sure that they hit submit so that as the teacher, you can see a report on your dashboard. And I'm going to show you that report in a second as well. So this was the matchup option. And now I'm going to show you a couple of different things that you can do with this option or with any template you create. So on wordwall.net, there are interactive game templates, and then also there are different themes that you can apply to your templates. So when you scroll down, you will see that there are different themes available here. Now, for example, you've seen the basic theme that I just used that comes default, but then here I can choose, like I can turn it into a like wooden desk, and then the appearance will change completely. The questions will stay the same, but it will look different. So here it is. So now it looks like it's on a different environment. It's on a desk. So if I want to choose the jungle theme, this is what it looks like. So again, questions are the same. It's just the theme that changes, and I don't have to do any other work to use these different themes. Now let me show you all different interactive templates. So remember, I only spent like maybe 30 seconds to create my initial set, and now I can choose one of the many templates that are available to me with only one click. One thing I really like is the Maze Chase template. You will recognize this game if you were a fan of Pac-Man. Maybe you were younger, like I was very young when I used to play Pac-Man and when it was popular. So here, this is what it looks like. Okay, so here it comes. So now this is the answer, Cambridge, England, and I've got four options. And this the red thing is my character. What I need to do is I need to get to the correct option before the other monsters get to me. So I will use the arrow keys on my keyboard and make sure I'm not eaten by the monsters before I get to my option that I think is the correct one. So here, let's see who makes it this time. Okay, so now I finished my first question. And now I'm moving up to the second level, which means I will get another question. So unhappy. I look at my options. Unhappy is a synonym for sad, so that's where I'm hoping my character will go before it's eaten by all the monsters. So again, I'm using my keyboard and arrows to get to the spot I want. Okay, so this is how the Maze Chase template works. Another one I want to show you is the game show quiz. So here, let me start it. So, question one. Again, I'm given the word and I need to choose the correct option. This is my time. So I need to make sure that I answer this question before my time runs out. Glad is a synonym for happy, so I pick this. If I want, I can always skip the question, but we are hoping that students will work on each and every question that is in the game, and an incentive for them would be making points. So now the second question will come. And again, I have my word and my four options. So now I want to tell you about these three boxes here. Let's say as a student, I'm having difficulty with this word and I want to use my 50-50 option to get rid of my two options to make it easier for me to pick the correct answer. And then if I'm still struggling and if I need extra time, I can just click on this extra time button to gain some extra time, some extra thinking time. And then when I'm ready, I can go ahead and make my selection. Okay. And now the third question will come. Let's see. Okay. Hop. Okay. Let's say I'm really confident about this and I know the answer. So I can just click on this double score to gain more points. So now I'm going to hit jump and gain extra points. Okay. So this is how the game show option works. Every now and then, when students answer the questions correctly, they will get a bonus round where they will be asked to pick a card, random card, to gain extra points. So that just adds to the fun and competition. Here it is, a bonus round. So here I've got five options, five cards. And then what I want to do is I want to follow the one that I really want to get so that, I can choose it when all the cards are shuffled. So let's see. Well, let's go for this one. I'm not sure if it is the correct one, but oh, yeah. So I got extra 100 points. So these are important for students, and these options add to the engagement of the students because it creates this competitive element and helps gamify your classroom. Now, this is, as I said, this is the game show option, and let me show you the crossword option as well. And just like this, I click on the template to switch it. So as a teacher, I don't have to do any extra work. So I click on start. Here, this is my puzzle. Now, to see the questions, I just need to click on the squares. So here, unhappy means sad. So I can, if I want, as a student, use my keyboard to type up the answers, or I can use the virtual keyboard here. So let me show you that too. Let's see. Let's do this. Huge. Huge means big. So instead of using my keyboard on my computer, I'm just going to show you how I can use my virtual keyboard. So here, and then when I'm done, I press enter. Okay, so this is how the crossword puzzle works. Okay, now as a teacher, if I want, I can always give my students the links. So I'll share them with you in a second. Like this, sorry. You click on the share button over here and say, my students, set assignment. And then I can give a title for this. So for example, if I'm using this game with my block 1 students, I can just say block 1 synonyms. You can even put a date here to make it easier for you to identify the game you played. And then I can require my students to enter a name. So when I pick this, it doesn't mean that my students will have to create an account. It just means that they need to enter their names. If I want, I can set a deadline for this, and then I can choose what my students can see at the end of the game. Okay, and then as soon as I'm done with the settings, I hit start, and then there's a link that I will use to share with my students. If I want, I can just copy this link and give my students the link, or I can share it on my Google Classroom if I have linked my Google Classroom account with my WordWall account. Okay. Now, some other things I want to mention during this video is the results tab. So this is pretty good for the teacher, because when you click here, you will see the results for all the games your students have played. So this is the one I just played by myself, and this is another one that I played with some other people. So when I click on this, actually, I used this game during my workshop at DHS. So now you will see that 8 students played this game, and this was the average score, and this was the top score. There were 10 questions in this activity, and like question 5 and question 7, somebody answered incorrectly. So now, as a teacher, after I check this report, I know that, I don't have to focus on questions 1 through 4 because everybody got them correctly. But then it will be a good idea to review questions 5 or 7. No, so now I have 2 options. If the majority of my students answered certain questions incorrectly, I can always do a whole class review to make sure everybody understands the answers and the questions. Or if I only have a couple of students who answered these questions incorrectly, I can always pull them in a breakout room to go over the question and answer with them together. So now there is more. When I scroll down, I can see the results by question. So now here I can see that question number 1, 8 out of 8, everybody got it correct. But question number 5, The Shining, somebody got it wrong. So when I click on this, it gives me a graph, and then also it gives me the name of my students that took this interactive game, and I can see who got it incorrect. So now this is an opportunity for me as a teacher to work one-on-one with my student to make sure that I can help him with this question. Another option is seeing the results by student. Again, here I have a couple of options. I see my student list, and then when they're submitted their games, their scores, how many correct questions they have and how many incorrect questions they have. I can list this by submission, so I can see that this student submitted the game first, or I can list this in alphabetical order, or I can just say correct and time, meaning who got the most correct and who got the most score. So this is good when if you want to introduce the competition element in your classroom. So after everybody is done playing the game, you can always project these results and share the results with your students so that they can see who won and who came second and who was in the third place. But then again, another good thing about this result by student option is for the teacher, it helps to see individual student progress. So like this student answered everything correctly. This, question number 4, 8, and 12 were the easiest ones for the student because they were really fast. And, if I want to check like other students, I can always click on their names. So it gives me a detailed report. So now let me show you what you would get if you upgrade your account. And this is the pricing options here. So right now I'm using the basic option, which is free. You are limited with 5 resources. But then if you go with the standard option, you will get unlimited templates, unlimited resources, and then you can also have the option to print out all the activities. Okay, so let me show you how the standard account works. So I'm going to go on to my other tab because this is my account that I use, that I have subscribed to. So again, I have the same activity over here. And then when I go to show all, so look here, I've got now, it's a little bit different. I've got the interactives here and then the printables over here. With the other one, I only had, here, let me show you. I only had the interactives option. I did not have the printables option. right here. And then let's look at my options, the tablet options over here in the free plan. And then let me take you to the paid plan. So here I've got more options. And then I also have the printables down here. All of the games are good. If you don't want to invest $6 a month, I understand nobody has to pay that money. And I believe that the free option will be just as engaging as the standard option. So let me show you lastly the printable option. So let's say, the crossword puzzle that we played earlier, the interactive template. Now I clicked on the printable icon to get it in print. So if I want, I can download it or I can just print it right here by clicking on it. So it's the same crossword puzzle, and then the questions are here. Now, it's just a basic crossword. So the students will look at this number, glad, find that number here, and write down their answers on their papers. Again, like there are different printable options, but then nowadays, because we are doing hybrid and everything is online, I don't think that this option is crucial. And, you can just choose not to use the standard plan, right? Okay, so let's go back to the free version. And lastly, one thing I want to show you is that the game options here. So for every game you choose from this menu bar, you have some options. So you can set the timer uh, to count up or count down. You can set a time limit. You can set the question order. And then also for other games, you can create like other options. Like you can set a level limit. For example, during this in this maze chase game, you get like how many lives students can get, and the difficulty level can be adjusted as well. Okay, so what this means is for like high achievers, if they think that to make it a little bit more challenging for them, you can just change the difficulty level. The content will stay the same, but then the delivery of the game will be different. Okay, so this way they won't finish early and just sit there waiting for their students or for their friends to finish playing their games. Okay, so this is all about WordWall. Personally, I've been using this and I really like it. I think it makes it so easy to engage my students, and I'm hoping you will like it too. Please let me know if you have any questions or if you need my help setting this up. I will be more than happy to help you. Have a great day.